Hey guys, how's it going? Well, I just got back from the doctor's, and as you may recall, last video or a couple videos ago, I was having problems with blood in my urine, and painful going to the bathroom, and even after going to the bathroom, it's kind of like a burning sensation. And that lasted for a few days, but it seems to be getting better now. It doesn't seem to bother me now, but anyway, so the doctor basically said that I have an inflamed prostate, and it's really not that serious. Apparently it's pretty common, and there's no surgery. It's not cancer. No surgery required. He gave me some antibiotics which I have to take 2 pills a day for 10 days, and then I have to wait 2 to 3 weeks and then go for another blood and urine sample to see if it fixed it. So that's good news. It's a little concerning that it actually is the prostate, but he said that it's quite common, and it was either going to be that or urinary tract infection. It wasn't going to be my kidneys. I didn't add in the other video that I made that actually he did this test, which is interesting, where he took his closed fist and he gave me a light little punch in the kidney, and he said, I'm gonna punch you in both kidneys lightly. So he did it, and then he said, does it feel the same? He did it like 6 times. And every time he did it, he punched me in both ones, and he said, does that feel different or the same to each other? And every time it felt the same, which means that if one of them like really hurt, that would mean there's a kidney stone or inflamed kidneys or some kind of problem with the kidneys. But there's no problem with my kidneys, so that's not it. So yeah, so I'll take those pills. I'm glad it's not antibiotics are in pill form, and they don't require refrigeration, which is good because I don't have refrigeration. That's kind of another story. Basically, my ex-wife, took the kids camping. First, she went to her sister's on Vancouver Island for 4 days. Then she went camping. She's got some time off, and which means I don't have access to ice or water or anything in her place. And because I've got time off as well, I have basically no ice, no nothing. So it's kind of a good test for me, not having any safety net. It's all on me. There's no, can't use the ex-wife's shower, can't use anything. So in a way, it's a good thing, because it's helping me to be 100% self-reliant. And so what I'm doing is I'm just not, right now I'm too cheap to buy ice, so I'm not, because it would be hard to spend like $2.50 on a bag of ice when I'm used to having it those big cold frozen freezer blocks for free. I just stick in either at work or at the ex-wife's, but that's not possible for me right now, so I'm just going without a fridge, and instead of having cereal for breakfast, I'm having a bagel or something, which is totally fine. Another thing I wanted to touch base on is usually when I'm my ex-wife and my job and my kids are all outside of Vancouver, kind of like what you might call a suburb. So I'm not in Vancouver City proper. It's Vancouver, greater Vancouver area, but I'm not in Vancouver proper. And since my kids are gone, I could have easily stayed downtown tonight. And I seriously thought about it, and there's a couple spots that I knew of, and I checked them out, and one of them is a parking lot of a rec center, of Britannia Rec Center off, if you're from Vancouver, you'll know it. It's off Commercial Drive and Venables, and basically there's a parking lot, fairly large parking lot, and there's lots of RVs, and oops, someone's alarm is going off. lots of RVs and vans and stuff parked there, but as I was driving slowly by it, there's a big sign that says no overnight parking from 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. and owners will be towed and blah blah blah. And you thought, you know what, I don't want to have to deal with all that. It's not worth the headache, and I think the guys there just do it anyway and just take the risk. But you know, I just went back to the area that I know, and yeah, I think that's the best way to handle it. So that kind of makes me think about all you guys, you road warriors out there that are, you know, if you're living in the city and you know an area, it's a lot easier to find some place to park, because I know my areas I can go to and that work for me, and I just rotate throughout my spots and it works fine, no problems. But I can see how it could be stressful for those who are traveling from town to town or area to area and they don't know the area very well, and then you got to find a place to park. So my only recommendation for that is to try to find like a Home Depot or Lowe's in advance, like on a map or something. And often, at least in my area, often those are located where there's a light industrial area, and the light industrial areas are good for parking. They're quiet. At night, you know, there's nobody around because everybody works during the day, so it's pretty quiet. So I guess that's my best piece of advice, but take that with a grain of salt, because I'm not a road warrior. I don't know. I don't go from town to town like that. So you guys probably have a better idea about that than I do. So I figured I'd show you what I'm having for dinner tonight and what I'm going to eat for the rest of the day. Okay, well, let's see here. It's pretty warm today. It's like 24 Celsius, which is a bit too warm for me, a bit beyond my comfort zone. I like it around 21, 22. I'll survive, don't worry. So I got some, this is what I'm going to have for dinner tonight. I got yellow banana. It's about roughly a pound of green beans. About maybe 120 grams of walnuts. I might not eat all this in one sitting. 4 small carrots, small-ish. I like my carrots thin; they're easier to chew when they're raw. I might have one of these bagels. See how full I am. I've got 2. I'm going to save one for breakfast for sure, but I might have one tonight. And see what else we got. I've got some soy milk in my cooler, and the ice block is basically done, so I have to drink the rest of my soy milk tonight, otherwise it's going to go bad. So I'm going to have that with this pint of strawberries, 170 grams, 6 ounces it says, 170 grams. So I'm going to have that in a bowl with soy milk. And that's pretty much it. You know, I've got some green bananas here that'll be good for tomorrow. Oh, and I also probably going to have an apple with some peanut butter. I find it's a good filling food that's got some good nutrients in it and no refrigeration required. So I guess that's it for this video. Thanks for watching. Take care. Have a great night.